It's time to hit the ground running. I'm Boom. That is not Nate Supreme. The ignorant thinker is back in the building. Holding it down.
Yeah.
While Nate is somewhere writing WWE scripts. You know what I mean? So, the ignorant thinker, he's here. He's here to hold it down. Keep the motion in the ocean when it comes to hit the ground running. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. It's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of subjects that we could touch on, man. Second week of preseason has come and gone, Also, this is your favorite midweek show because we right in between. We're a couple days after all the stuff, so we really can get all of the information. And then,
It's the Hump Day special.
And the Hump Day special, I like that. And then, we're right before all of the new stuff starts, you know what I mean? So that's the beautiful thing about Hit the Ground Running. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And that repost button is very important. Man, a lot of things happened this weekend. Obviously, some quarterback positions have been solidified. Some leave us still asking questions. There's one interesting thing that happened this weekend, because, some of us are here to entertain and some of us are here to compete.
Oh.
And let me tell you something. Hit the Ground Running is most indubitably here to entertain, but we're going to talk about this quarterback competition with the Cleveland Browns, Shedeur watch. Listen, I'm not sure what's going on. My boy's still fourth on the depth chart. Now, a lot of Cleveland media has even turned and said, what did you draft this guy for? I heard one Cleveland media outlet say Shedeur should just go in the office and say, just release me and let me be so I can go somewhere where I can compete because the Colts could definitely use him right now. But we'll get to the Colts in a second. The Saints could definitely use him right now. But, yeah, man, I mean, Dillon Gabriel, I thought his debut was okay. He had two terrible turnovers. I think, I said this, and Dennis knows this very well. Maybe that first interception was what it was. He could have threw that away instead of trying to throw it to two receivers in the same area. But the fumble matters. You know why the fumble matters? Because Jalen Hurts might have 2 Super Bowls if it weren't for a fumble. And Dennis can agree with that. I'm sure he can, but I'm not going to speak for him. But you know what I mean? Fumbles matter. It's not shade, dog. It's not shade. But what I'm saying is that fumble turnovers matter. And what I'm saying is, listen, something ain't right with this situation with Shedeur. It's beating me down. I'm like, man, my boy's fourth. He should have moved up. You know what I mean? The numbers, the stats don't lie. 2 touchdowns versus 2 turnovers. You tell me what we working with. What matters? What's going to win you a game? What's going to lose you a game? I don't know, Dennis. What you think?
I think Dillon Gabriel was, and a lot of people are going to say, well, he didn't say that to be talking to Shedeur. He did say talk about Shedeur. I don't care what nobody said. He said it to talk about Shedeur, and I didn't like it. I'm going to be honest, I didn't like it. But then again, you got to think about how everything goes. You remember that time Colorado had to play Oregon, and their coach was out there talking about
well, he wasn't that quarterback that year though. He was still at Oklahoma.
Still the same coach though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said. And that's all it was, just beating drums in their head. Okay? So now he out here saying that same type of BS. So I'm just here to tell you I personally don't like what he said. He need to stop talking in the media and play better. Now I know he was going against the reigning, defending, dominating Super Bowl champions, But at the same time, you got to play better. The turnovers ain't good. You got to make sure you dial in your playbook before you go out there and make, situations like that an entertainment and, just do what you need to do, man, and stay on the team. That's all you had to do. You should have gave a basic quarterback answer. Yet you went out there for the bloom and blossom, and now, you look bad. Then they putting your stats up like you really had a good game.